Damn. I'm right here. Okay, my bad. Let me go right in. It's getting a lot of. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm glad everybody tuned in tonight. Uh, I'm getting some weird feedback. That's my only. For some reason, I'm just getting some weird feedback. Hold on a second. Let me try something real quick. Okay, let me try a couple things real quick just to kind of slow down this feedback on y'all because I mean, for some reason, it's going out of control tonight. You know, So I just want to make sure that everything is cool and y'all can hear me pretty cool and y'all can hear me well. So uh, let me kick it off by saying thank you for attending tonight's show. Uh, I made sure that I set everything up right, but I want to make sure that I'm in position to do stuff well. So, on that note, give me a couple seconds just to make sure I'm good. And we're going to have a serious show tonight because I got some great stuff to talk about. And I think it's going to really enlighten everybody with the energy. You know what I mean? Because the energy base is back up. We're doing some great things. And I got a feeling that, long as we stay firm within our agenda, as good old black folks, um, there's nothing that we can't conquer. There's nothing that'll stop us. As you can see, I got the legend on my hat tonight because, I got the legend on my head because I needed that energy tonight. So I put the legend on. Uh, And actually, I think I cleared up some stuff here. So let me kind of see if I can swing right into to a little conversation real quick. But let me check a couple things real fast. I just want to check and confirm a couple things real quick, just to make sure I'm locked in tonight. I want to make sure everybody knows that I ain't got no more technical difficulties, and we ready to roll. Um, But again, let me just check out something real quick, just to make sure that we are locked in for the night and we got a good conversation going. Because I think that's the most important piece is uh, start talking about this conversation. And let me give a shout out real quick to the good brother Trey Hearn Cruz. Let me get a shout out to real quick to the brother Trey Hearn Cruz. Uh, Make sure y'all check this brother's show out. It's really innovative. It's outstanding. Sunday nights. I'm 8:30. You know what I mean? PM. Check his show out. Black Watch TV. Black Watch TV has been moving up and moving forward, and we're only gonna do nothing but get better, expand even further, and move up with the agenda. So make sure y'all tuning in to Black Watch TV, and I want to see as many Black folks as they can tune in to Black Watch TV with the educational pieces that we got coming for you guys. So please keep tuning in, and we love the energy base, and we're going to bring you more content, more volume, and more energy. With that being said, let me kind of get into a couple of updates real quick, because I want to kind of give out some pieces of information just locally here in St. Paul. On November 16th, that's Thursday, this Thursday, there will be a coat drive down at the Frogtown Community Center. And I want to make sure that I wanted to shout that out real fast to just give everybody an update about some, community events that are going on. Again, that's a coat drive this Thursday, November 16th, from 4 to 6 p.m. down at the Frogtown Community Center. They'll be having a coat drive. Also, I want to give a shout out to the two sisters that actually won their elections and successfully became city council members. The sister Anika Bowie, excuse me if I said that wrong, but Anika won Ward 1, and Shaniqua Johnson, she won Ward 7. And I just want to give a shout out to both of those sisters right now, because those sisters made history. I hope I didn't mess up those sisters' names too much. They bless those sisters, man. They fought hard. I want to say both of their elections ended up going, to a runoff, where they had to go to a second round. I want to say Anika, she pulled through kind of easily within, within her, Ward 1 election. Shaniqua, she had the lead. They couldn't stop her, and she moved forward. And it was because she galvanized the vote herself. Individually, she had great groundwork, but shout outs to her and the way she was able to accomplish that victory in Ward 7. I think she had a few more candidates she had to navigate through than the sister Anika, but shout outs to both of them for making history. As two strong sisters, to be able to complete that task of becoming city council members. Let's see a Black agenda push forward. And I believe that we will get that out of both of those sisters in both of those wards. So just wanted to shout them out real quick. In other news, real quick, let me kind of move forward on to some other stuff right here, because I got a couple of things that I want to roll through tonight. I got a jam-packed. I kind of got a jam-packed show, so just hope just bear with me for a second. But definitely, there's been some news on the horizon that I kind of want to touch base on. And a lot of it kind of has to do with what's going on right now in regards to only this coming up and this coming election, but how reparations kind of entails in that also. Because again, when you talk about how right now we are currently getting into a election season, just after just getting through with an election season, where we are going to be nominating a new president of the United States. And you have right now a consistent nationwide reparations agenda that is going and moving forward municipally and statewide. You guys heard some of my recent shows about the California Reparations Commission Task Force and kind of all that entailed. what they worked on, what we as grassroots brothers and sisters were looking at as far as how their agenda is going to be set up, what policies and recommendations are they going to come out with. Evanston, the same way, Evanston, Illinois. Shout out to Evanston, Illinois, and their reparations program right now that's ongoing. You've got hundreds at this point. And right now, what we want to do is we want to make sure that an agenda is set forth specifically for Black folks. Because Black folks, I'm going to tell you right now, Black folks are sitting in the midst of a time where we need some type of hate crime bill. We need some type of protection when it comes down to police and qualified immunity. We need our reparations agenda move forward, especially when we're talking about cash payments. And not just cash payments. I always want to, add in the 5 points, which is compensation, restitution, rehabilitation, guaranteed of non-repetition, and most importantly, satisfaction. So Black folks have a lot, on the board. And I kind of want to get into a conversational piece real quick. A couple of them, but a couple of quick little news briefs that I've seen recently. And one of them has to do with this recent CNN report on, and let me make sure I say this right, because you know how CNN works with their new bill would give descendants to GI Bill benefits. I want to say that again so y'all can understand exactly what I just said. We're going to be real brief with this, but I just want you guys to check this out because this is important. A new bill would give descendants of Black World War II vets access to GI Bill benefits. This was updated November 11th, 2021. So take a listen to what I just said. Updated 7:20 p.m. November in 2023. Today's what, November 14th? So that was about 2 years ago. Listen to what they were talking about with this bill. And I kind of just want to go through it real quick. Basically what they said, what they're saying is, and this is CNN for you, by Shauna Mazel. She's the journalist. In honor of Veterans Day, congressional Democrats reintroduced legislation Thursday that would provide a GI Bill benefits to descendants of Black World War II veterans. The GI Bill Restoration Act was introduced in the House by Majority Whip Jane Byrne of South Carolina and Democratic Representative Seth Moulton of Massachusetts. Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock of Georgia is set to introduce the legislation in the Senate, according to a news release on Clyburn's website. Let's take a look here. Quote, while the original bill ushered in decades of prosperity for post-war America, access to this prosperity limited for World War II veterans who were denied full access to these benefits by mostly white state and local veteran administrations, the release said. Let me chime in on that real quick. When we talk about the agenda that we're looking for right now in regards to a hate crime bill for Black folks, police reform in regards to qualified immunity, state and federally, city ordinances as well, and the whole basis of the program and the agenda for reparations. There's something to be said for the Democrats to be trying to resurface or reintroduce, should I say, a bill, a GI bill, for example, for World War II veterans, Black World War II veterans, who were denied those benefits. You see, my thing is this. Why? Why now? Don't get me wrong. I'm with Black folks getting every advantage they possibly can, especially lineage-based American descendants of chattel slavery, aka foundational Black Americans. Every advantage possible, I am with that. And that includes all resources. I am with that. So when I hear stuff like, okay, we're going to reestablish this, we're going to get this going. This is for World War II veterans. Let's go a little deeper real quick and see what they're talking about real quick. Because I'm with this. If passed, the bill would extend to descendants and surviving spouses of World War II veterans access to the VA Loan Guaranteed Program, which provides assistance for buying homes, and the post 911 GI Bill education assistance, which provides financial assistance for school or job training. The legislation also establishes a blue ribbon panel to study inequities in the distribution of benefits and assistance administered to female and minority members of the armed forces, and provide recommendations on additional assistance to repair those inequities according to the release. Let me jump off of that real quick because I wanted to elaborate a little bit real fast on that. Just a couple seconds ago, I talked about how I'm with Black folks receiving any kind of benefit when it comes down to the United States government, state, federal, or municipally, due to the fact that we haven't received any tangible resources consistently from this government since the inception of the government. So I'm down for any benefits we get, any. But when I hear situations like this, when they talk about loans for housing, when they talk about loans for education, what was the other thing they talked about? Job placement, really, for and studying inequities for minorities and females. I thought when we talked about black soldiers, we were including the females when it came down to the black soldiers in the first place. So why are we excluding them and doing a separate study for them and minorities all of a sudden just to get these inequities out the way? You see, this is why reparations is so important, especially for that lineage base first, and only for that lineage base in the United States, in my opinion. Others might have a different one. It is what it is. But in my opinion, that lineage base is entitled to reparations only. And it's because of stuff like this, where we have to create a bill, a restorative bill for benefits that were denied. And then we're going to attach another bill to that to study inequities for minorities, which includes all people of color. When we're talking about Black World War II veterans being specifically from that lineage base. See, this is why TV shows like this are so important. And like I said, shout out to my man Trey Hearn for this, for giving me the chance to come out and speak to you guys tonight. But this is why television shows like this are so important, because I can come in really quick, break down, and give you a full analysis on why reparations doesn't look like this. But there's nothing wrong with this. It's more of a reason why we need reparations. See, programs like this don't lift all boats for Black folks, because we're not here to lift all the boats, because it never was done. It never happens. So as we're sinking, they're allowing other situations and other groups to rise above us. And this is more of that. When you talk about restoring a GI Bill that was denied to Black people in the first place, and now you want to come back and give us loans when we've already earned reparations. So, let me get right to another little point real quick. And again, I just want to say that this is why situations like this are so important when it comes on shows like this, is because I can give you what I would call a quick analysis on the difference between the conversation of what reparations looks like and the conversation of what, for example, and I'm not calling it a get out in front policy program, but I definitely would call it a fake, generic, wannabe reparations program. Because when you use the term inequities, see, this language that they're using for loans, educational loans, and job placement, when you use the term inequity, I would like them to add in the fact that the people that have been predominantly, and disproportionately affected by these inequities are from a lineage base that has always been subjugated under certain laws and policies by the system that is created within white supremacy. I would love for them to do all of that before they start talking about inequities. because you can just use the term inequities for just about anything. You can use the term discrimination for just about anything. You can use the term prejudice for just about anything. But we can't play these games anymore when it comes down to people adding in these terms and then sneaking in the word reparations here and there, you know. Um, and I'm not saying they did it right there, but you can really take a look at that program and say to yourself, okay, well, those GI really earned, they truly earned what they deserve. But then you add in the fact that you want to look into inequities for minorities. And I think there's something to be said about that. But let me get on to this next story real quick, because there's a couple of stories out here to kind of go through, but one in particular real fast besides that one. I kind of want to go in a little bit about this situation with and you know, I'm not really into, you know, I'm not really into, you know, chatting about the entertainment stuff, but I kind of want to flip it a little bit tonight, just because I wanted to give a, you know, a good piece about reparations, but I want to talk about another piece that kind of adds into reparations here. So recently, I think everybody knows Will Smith's best friend and former assistant, Brother Bilal. He wrote a book recently, and within that book, he had some, you know, he had some disparaging stuff to say about Will Smith. He had some stories to tell. One in particular, I won't, you know, really elaborate on it too hard, but he talked about a story where he walked in and found Will, you know, involved in, you know, some sexual intercourse. You know, I'll just say it just like that, you know. But the reason why I bring that up, and the reason why I want to kind of talk about Brother Bilal real quick, is because, you know, when we talk about, for example, brothers and sisters that are celebrities, brothers and sisters who have made it into the industry, brothers and sisters that are successful. Some of the reason why I can understand why they hide some of what their lifestyle looks like is because of stuff like this. When we talk about on the grassroots level, Black folks coming back to buy the block, Black folks coming back to build the community, you know, earn respect in the hood by doing the right thing, you know, this kind of goes into that. And what I mean by that is, you know, you got this brother here who chose to write a book, you know. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's all kind of great stories that came out of the Smith family. You know, there might have been some struggle stories, but some positive ones, some stuff that people could learn from, you know, because again, you're talking about a family of Black people that have been celebrities for what, 15, 16 years, damn near 20 years. So I'm pretty sure there's a number of stories this brother could have told in there where, and I haven't read the whole book or nothing like that, you know, but I'm pretty sure there's hundreds of stories in there that are energizing in regards to Black folks on that level going through a struggle and succeeding through it. And I think there's something to be said about those stories. But bro, you talking about some other stuff. And I think there's something to be said about Black folks getting together, especially connecting regular folks, you know, with the celebrities in the industry, and then y'all turning around and basically ratting on folks. That ain't staying on code. I mean, really, what does that business have to do with the success and the pitfalls of the Smith family? I mean, they're raising 2 solid kids, you know. If I'm correct, none of them are hurting as far as financially. Will's very successful. Jada's out here successful. The hell is going on with the snitching? And that's why I'm tying this back to what is important. Because you could have wrote a book, bro, and we would have bought it just based off the Smith family name. You didn't have to go into no garbage about the family that nobody really wanted to know. But see, that's what's happening right now within the Black community. See, what we're having to do is we're having to clean up this mess where we got brothers out here and sisters with this energy, man, where they want to run back and tell somebody something where they're really not telling nobody nothing. And that's the energy we're trying to get rid of, bro. See, when it comes down to understanding what being on code means, we need an energy base that is uplifting each other. You could have wrote a book about the uplifting that Jada and Will have did. You know, yes, there have been pitfalls there's been pitfalls in every marriage, bro. We respect that. But all we want to understand is, how did they stay successful for so long? Not what's going on in the man's bedroom. That's private business. They got kids. And see, that's why I wanted to go into this, because I really wanted to explain to y'all that in 2023, we got a lot of agendas out here, brothers and sisters. But I think the most important one we need to focus on is uniting and understanding that there is a foundational piece and a cultural piece that we need to be galvanizing around first. We need to galvanize around our culture and our foundation. And we need to leave that other substance alone. We are too innovative. We are too creative. Like I said, I have no problem with the brother writing a book. It's just I don't understand why we have to go to certain levels of defamation when it comes to each other. When we've been able to create so many innovative things, and we can speak about so many innovative situations that we've been through as Black folks. So, yeah, man, shout out to my man, Trey Hearn. Again, man, I appreciate you giving me the time tonight, man, to do my thing. Yeah, I wanted to kind of chime in about a couple of stories tonight. And there's a couple other more I really wanted to touch in on, but I'm gonna wait for a little bit because I haven't been on in a while, so I want to kind of save some of that goodness for my next show. But definitely, just a wrap up for tonight. When it came to that GI Bill and how it affected all those brothers and sisters and what it did to all those families, I think there's something to be said for it being repaired. But I also think there's something to be said for those brothers and sisters who suffered through those denials, direct cash payments first. I also wanted to say that, you know, I have no problem with Black folks being successful. I love it. I'm proud of it. All Black folks. from the diaspora. I love it. What I don't understand and what I get confused by and what I don't tolerate is when that success has to be built not only on a Black person's back, but at the disparagement of that Black person. We don't need to disparage each other to be successful. I don't think we need to get down that route. I think we've been down there and it doesn't work for us. So I think uniting, whether you agree with I don't agree with everybody on nothing. And I'm pretty sure you feel the same way listening to this video. So it's not about that, but it's about uniting for the foundation, for the base, and understanding that we do have a certain kind of energy that we need to be a part of. And I love it. So on that note, I want to give a shout out to everybody that listened tonight. And tune in to Frank TV. We back. We're doing our thing. Tuesday nights, 8:00 p.m. Check me out. I love doing this for the people because I love educating the folks. That's my job. So let's get it in, and peace.